Pot, Chinese Pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese Pot, Chinese Pot.
Hi everyone, welcome to Chinese Pod. My name's Fiona.
And my name's Gwilym. Today we have an elementary class, and what are we talking about, Fiona?
We're going to be learning how to compliment a lady or anyone that's very beautiful. So we're also going to be learning some things that people associate with beauty in Chinese culture. So things such as a waterfall to describe hair, petals to describe women's lips, stars to describe someone's eyes.
Okay, well how about we listen to the dialogue 3 times and then we'll discuss it further.
Listen out for the body parts. They start with eyes, lips, then hair. 好，那我们来听听今天的对话。对话第一遍。
她的眼睛真漂亮。
是的，像星星一样。
她的嘴唇也很漂亮。
是的，像花瓣一样。
她的头发更美。
对呀，像瀑布一样。
她就是很漂亮。
第二遍。
她的眼睛真漂亮。
是的，像星星一样。
她的嘴唇也很漂亮。
是的，像花瓣一样。
她的头发更美。
对呀，像瀑布一样。
她就是很漂亮。
第三遍。
她的眼睛真漂亮。
是的，像星星一样。
她的嘴唇也很漂亮。
是的，像花瓣一样。
她的头发更美。
对呀，像瀑布一样。
她就是很漂亮。
So you want to learn traditional or simplified characters?
Can I just learn to speak Chinese? I really don't want to write or read. It's too much for me.
Are you one of the learners that told us early on that you just want to speak and listen to Chinese, and you think Chinese characters are way too complicated? Then I really think you should check out our new introduction into how to read and write Chinese characters. It focuses on simple characters that you encounter in a Chinese language environment every day. In 11 entertaining episodes, we set out to convince you that Chinese characters are actually quite easy, and we hope that you will soon share our excitement. Visit 88 characters on www.chinesepod.com/88 and give it a try. Or search for the first episodes on the Chinese Pod channel on YouTube. It's as simplified as that.
Translations.
她的眼睛真漂亮。
Her eyes are really pretty.
她的眼睛真漂亮。
Her eyes are beautiful.
是的，像星星一样。
Yeah, just like stars.
是的，像星星一样。
Yeah, just like twinkling stars.
她的嘴唇也很漂亮。
Her lips are also very pretty.
她的嘴唇也很漂亮。
Her lips are pretty also.
是的，像花瓣一样。
Yeah, just like flower petals.
是的，像花瓣一样。
Yeah, they're just like petals.
她的头发更美。
Her hair is even more beautiful.
她的头发更美。
And her hair is even more beautiful.
对啊，像瀑布一样。
Yeah, much like a waterfall.
对啊，像瀑布一样。
Correct, it's just like a waterfall.
她就是很漂亮。
Exactly, she's very pretty.
她就是很漂亮。
She is pretty indeed.
是的，像女神一样。
That's right, she's just like a goddess.
是的，像女神一样。
Yeah, she's just like the goddess Aphrodite or Venus.
Alright, so today's lesson is definitely very feminine leaning. We're learning how to describe feminine beauty. First, let's establish the parts of the body that we're complimenting. First, we hear 眼睛,眼睛.
That's a third tone and a neutral tone, and that's the word for eyes.
And how about 嘴唇?嘴唇.
That is ZUI third tone, CHUN second tone, and that is lips.
We also learned 头发. 头发.
That is head hair,
Yes, specifically head hair. And the reason is we have different words to describe hair from different parts of the body.
And if you want to know the other words for hair, there's a great video
Yes,
describing...
we talk all about body hair, so do check that out in 请问. Now, we hear different ways to describe different levels of beauty. First, let's learn the word for beautiful. 漂亮.
Okay, that's a fourth tone and a neutral tone. How about another word?
美. 美 is also another word for beautiful. 漂亮, I would say, probably leans more towards pretty, whereas 美 is beautiful. Now we hear 真漂亮 and 很漂亮. Do you think there's a big difference there, Gwilym?
Well, with 很, that goes in front of the majority of adjectives in Chinese. So it's not very beautiful, it's just beautiful.
Quite, right? Quite. 真漂亮 is really beautiful. And then we also learn 更, which is even more, right? And in this case, you could say 更漂亮. Or the other way we just learned is 美, so 更美, 更漂亮, even more beautiful, even more pretty.
Okay, now, could I describe a man, a guy, as 漂亮?
I would advise against it. I mean, unless he's a very feminine beauty, and maybe in that case the word would be quite apt. But the word 漂亮 does lean more towards the feminine side. If you wanted to say someone was very handsome, you could say 帅. 帅.
Now we learn a great structure to describe something that is just like something else. And that is...
像 something 一样. So in this case, they want to compliment this lady's eyes, right? So it's just like the night stars. 像星星一样.
Okay, this character 像 means like.
The likeness of.
And then 一样 means the same.
Same, right? Just like the same likeness of stars. 像星星一样. 她的眼睛真漂亮. Her eyes are so beautiful. 像星星一样. Just like the stars.
Okay, so that's the first example with that structure. And now how do you describe lips?
她的嘴唇也很漂亮. What does that mean, Gwilym?
Her lips are also very pretty. And what does he compare them to?
像花瓣一样.
Okay, so that is the word for petals.
That's right. 花瓣. 花瓣. If you go to a romantic hotel, perhaps you'll get loads of petals in your bath, right? You can say, wow, 我的浴缸里有好多的花瓣.
Next, we hear them compare their hair to a waterfall.
They describe her hair like a waterfall. 瀑布. 瀑布. Be careful, it's a P-U-B-U. 瀑布.
Bu is the character for cloth, right?
Yes, when you look at a waterfall, it's almost like this gigantic rushing piece of cloth, right? This moving piece of cloth. 瀑布.
And finally, we learn the way to describe someone as being a goddess.
女神. 女神. So you can say, wow, Gal Gadot 是我的女神.
Gal Gadot is your goddess?
So it's an expression to say, wow, she's really my idol, right? So you can say, so-and-so is your goddess. 她是我的女神 or 她是我的男神.
Okay, so he's my idol or she's my goddess.
That's right.
And I'm guessing if you were to describe something like the Roman gods, you would still use this word?
Yes, of course. 女神.
So now we've learnt great ways to describe, very colourful ways to describe beauty. Are these kind of set phrases like waterfall, like a hair?
I wouldn't say they're set phrases, but they're very classic associations with the body parts, right? Beautiful hair, we often describe it. Wow, look at it, it's just like a beautiful waterfall. Lips as colourful as a petal, and eyes as sparkly as the star. So these are classical pairings, but I wouldn't say they're set expressions.
Okay, well, how about if I wanted to say your lips were very thin or thick?
I guess maybe you want some distinctions between mouth and lips. Often we refer to the mouth as 嘴 or 口, right? But when we're talking specifically about the lips, we say 唇 and altogether 嘴唇. So if you're buying a lip balm, you might hear the term 护唇膏, the balm that protects the lips. In order, it's protection lips balm. 护唇膏. I mean, that's just one type of lip balm. But to give you an idea specifically that 唇 means
Lips.
that's right.
Okay, well, how about we listen to the dialogue 3 more times?
好的，我们再来听听今天的对话。
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
对话第一遍。
她的眼睛真漂亮，
是的，像星星一样。
她的嘴唇也很漂亮，
是的，像花瓣一样。
她的头发更美。
对啊，像瀑布一样。
她就是很漂亮。
第二遍。
她的眼睛真漂亮，
是的，像星星一样。
她的嘴唇也很漂亮，
是的，像花瓣一样。
她的头发更美。
对啊，像瀑布一样。
她就是很漂亮。
第三遍。
她的眼睛真漂亮，
是的，像星星一样。
她的嘴唇也很漂亮，
是的，像花瓣一样。
她的头发更美。
对啊，像瀑布一样。
她就是很漂亮。
I feel like we should come out with another class that describes my male god, right? Things, classical pairings of items that describe masculinity. Of course, if you want to use this to describe someone of any gender, it doesn't really matter, right? But just to let you know that these do lean towards the feminine spectrum.
My eyes have been compared to stars.
Because they're blue, yes, I can see that. But just to end on a high note, we can say Gwilym 的眼睛像星星一样.
And Fiona 的头发像瀑布一样.
Oh, that wouldn't apply because I have short hair. It's usually used to describe long hair. Mine just be like a small pond. A fountain coming out of a pond.
Okay, well, on that note, we'll say goodbye.
Alright, guys, we'll see you next time. 我们下次见，再见。
As usual, Chinese Pod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 4031. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/4031 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/4031.